What's one thing that people say in your profession that's pretty much always a lie? Always a lie.
It's not exactly my profession, it's adjacent to my profession, so I feel like I can talk about it, but it's at-home tattooers. Y'all lump us together anyway, so whatever. At-home tattooers will say I just need one more session to tighten it up. They will say that on social media, they will say that to you, and they will hope that you put that on your post of the tattoo that you just got. That way, when somebody comments on that tattoo you just posted and says, wow, it looks like somebody took a dump on your arm, you can be like, well, he's got one more session to tighten it up. In this instance, tighten up means save. He's hoping he can save that when it heals. If they say hateful comments will be deleted, they know full well that tattoo is trash. That being said, I have said I need one more session to finish this up. I either didn't want to overwork the skin, or they tapped out. And all hateful comments will be deleted on this video.
Always a lie.
I'm a licensed couples therapist, and one thing I've heard people say that's a lie is that we don't take sides in couples therapy.
Always a lie.
The doctor will be with you shortly. But really, you should probably get your phone charger out of the car. And honestly, you should have somebody else pick up your children from school because nobody's going to be there in time.
Always a lie.
That accidents devalue your trade and you need to go after insurance companies to get diminished value. Now, diminished value was a terminology brought up by consumers to try to scam the insurance companies. The insurance companies pretty much only paying you 10% of the retail repair cost for diminished value. So if you have a $5,000 repair bill, you get 10% of that. Moderate accidents, major accidents, airbag deployed, frame damage, that definitely affects your trade value. But a minor accident, that doesn't affect your trade value anyways. Dealerships will play you on that to devalue your trade, give you less money, and then they just turn around and sell it for top retail dollar and tell the customers, oh, it was just a minor accident, just, paint, lenses, nothing crazy. Didn't repair, nothing. Don't fall for that scam.
Always a lie.
That dolphins don't understand what we're saying. And I think that's funny.
Always a lie.
What's that? No. It's not going to hurt at all. I promise you won't feel a thing, alright? Alright, here we go. It always hurts.
Always a lie.
This is super easy. People love to claim that a dead body can just sit up. Love to argue about this with me until they're blue in the face. Whatever. Just keep arguing because it's false. No dead person is going to sit up like the game Don't Wink Daddy. Like, no one's just going to sit up at a 90-degree angle. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, for Pete's sake, I can't even sit up at a 90-degree angle.
Yes, your body can make small twitches and things like that immediately after death, but you don't have the capacity to just sit up. Okay, that's it. Okay, bye.
Always a lie.
When you go to a tattoo shop and say you want something like this or this, like you want like little tiny words, if they say it needs to be bigger because it can't be done that size, obviously they're lying because maybe they can't do it that size, but a lot of times they'll tell you it can't be done that size, when that's because to do something like this, you need a needle grouping of like a 3 liner, which would be three needles together, which is one of the tiniest. There's like obviously single needle, but a lot of artists don't learn how to use those because they're extremely hard to get clean lines with, and that's the tea. So if your artist says they can't do this and they need to make it this big, go somewhere else because it can be done. Thank you.
Always a lie.
So glad you asked. I am a chiropractor. So how much time do you have? We have just as much training as medical doctors. You need to come in several times a week for several months. You need maintenance care. You need to buy this supplement. If we don't fix that curve, you're gonna have problems. We can fix that curve. We can fix your scoliosis. You have pain because of your posture. We can cure diseases. We can prevent diseases. We put your bones back into place and change your alignment. We need to take x-rays before we start treatment and after to measure progress. Getting adjusted is just as important as going to the dentist. Getting adjusted is just as good as getting vaccinated. Your baby needs to be adjusted because being born is traumatic. Anything that has a spine needs to be adjusted. You don't need to take those medications anymore. You're in pain because you sleep incorrectly. You're in pain because you breathe incorrectly. You're in pain because you sit incorrectly. You're in pain because you move incorrectly.
Always a lie.
Everything said during my day at work is a lie. I work with dementia. Now, I know that sounds terrible, but what am I going to tell old grandma over here when she keeps asking for her mother? Where's my mother? What am I going to say? Your mom's dead? No. But girl, your mom's at the grocery store. That's why you're here with us. She'll be back. I promise. And then they forget in like 2 minutes. So you just redirect. I literally got to make up lies all day. Just keep my residents happy. So it's good lies, right? That's a good lie. I love my job.
Always a lie.
Oh, the plumber must be here.
Hey, I'm here to clean your pipes.
Always a lie.
That the bodies move. You hear they move, but I've been autopsying for 17 years. They don't move. If they did, I'd be out. Peace.
Always a lie.
All right, gentlemen. Everybody has stop work authority. I don't care what it is. It doesn't matter. Don't feel safe, stop it. Nobody's going to be mad.
Always a lie.
Oh, I'm so glad that you asked. It's definitely when other tattoo artists blame their clients for their own blowouts. Let me show you. If you don't know what a blowout is, it's when your artist goes a little too deep. Here's a good example. This is kind of what it looks like most of the time. It's just like this hazy kind of blue mess underneath the tattoo. This is a more extreme example, but it can definitely happen like this too, where it kind of looks like a big bruise over it. I've had an alarming amount of clients that have come through and said that they've taken their tattoo back to their tattoo artist to see what was going on, and they've been blamed for poor aftercare, and that's just not the case. That happened during the tattoo. No amount of aftercare is going to fix that. So if that happened to you, that's not your fault. And there are tattoo artists that will take responsibility for that, and they'll either try to fix it, try to cover it up, or some people even pay for laser removal. It's not your fault though. The tattoo artist did that.
Always a lie.
That's a great question, and I'll get back to it later. That just means I have no idea, and we're probably never going to talk about it again.
Always a lie.
If we come back and tell you, well, you know, we couldn't really do Fluffy's vaccines because he was getting a little stressed.
That means your dog tried to fucking murder every person here, but we don't want to say that. If we actually told you that your dog tried to bite somebody, it's because he tried to Cujo fucking murder, break down the door, kill somebody. If he's just normal psycho trying to murder you, we'll say he got a little stressed. I can honestly do 4,000 of these. It's not necessarily a lie. It's just how you have to coddle pet owners.
A lie.
Yes, I restarted my computer. My VPN is connected. I didn't know my password was expiring.
What's one thing that people say in your profession that's pretty much always a lie?
So I'm not a Spanish teacher yet, but I am working on my credential in order to become one, and I took Spanish classes in high school and college, so I feel like I can speak on that. So in the US, Spanish is usually taught in high school and college as a foreign language, and students will receive foreign language credit for taking it. This is not accurate because Spanish is not a foreign language in the United States. The US is home to nearly 60 million Spanish speakers, and the only country with more Spanish speakers is Mexico, so technically the United States is the second largest Spanish speaking country in the world. We're talking multiple generations of people speaking Spanish from birth. And in places like Texas and my home state of California, Spanish was actually spoken before English because they were originally part of the Spanish Empire and later Mexico, and it shows because a lot of the major cities and the states themselves have Spanish names. And there are distinct varieties of Spanish that are only spoken in the United States. And the US has no official language, so speak Spanish, it's super American.